a building somewhere looking over the whole track.
Yep, yep. Huh. Yeah, you would think it would be like maybe back there in one of those buildings, but the loop's right here, so.
Yep. And I want to say a long time ago they used to have a mobile home building right there.
Oh, you know what? I think you're right.
But I remember last year,
because there's a pad right there where it's gravel. Last year.
I brought up my friend Alan, and he actually was stuck in the rain with Chris right there the whole time, like trying to help do what Chris does. He enjoyed it, but at the same time he's like, I don't know if I want to do it outside in the weather again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say it was probably over here. I don't get way close to the wall at all, but I would get over here.
So do you guys all try to like point to the end of the wall and try to hit the end of the wall with the car?
I don't. Just because I have thousands of laps at this track, so I kind of know where everything's at. So to me, I think there's a lot of room coming into turn one. Some people don't, but as long as you start making the turn, when you know you're supposed to, then you're good to go. Is that what you do? You're about right here, and then you start pointing it that way?
Like using the white line as the wall.
Yeah.
I driver's side tires right on the white line, and I'm basically just picking at the end of the wall to just miss with the right side of the car.
Okay.
That's the arc that I'm on. As soon as like the arc around the edge of the wall gets me to the middle of the track for turn two, that's kind of what I always did.
Okay. Now, did you ever drive like a high horsepower car here?
I haven't. So my M3 has not driven here yet.
Okay.
And I haven't driven my stock car here yet.
Okay.
But I want to.
Yeah.
Because the stock car should be able to lap about a minute 24, minute 25 here.
Oh, geez, yeah, that's getting after it.
And the M3 should be about a minute 30 here.
Okay.
Minute 30, minute 29, minute 30 in that ballpark.
Yeah, so this is the little transition that you're talking about where it goes and then it kind of falls off, and if you let off right here, then the
upsets
car
all the cars, yeah.
So Garrett, was this about?
So I would say it was turning about, turning here. And like I said, just kind of wiggled and.
So like right in here when you started making it?
Yeah, I was kind of, when it was kind of in my arc, just so I started to turn. Kind of in my arc, and then just shot over this way. You can see it. And then like I said, got this way, and then by the time I got the thing pulled back down, both tires were off both left tires were off in the grass.
And then it caught and hooked?
No, and I kept it straight. Like I said, no, both tires were.
So, like a four-wheel off in the grass, or just the driver's side?
Just the driver's side.
Oh.
Just the driver's sides. Yeah, just the driver's sides were off, and I got the thing just about parallel with the track. And then I just tried to do a merge. And like I said, I merged on, so I'm merging, but I'm not sideways by any means. Like I said, the car was straight, and then as I merged on, front tire came on. When the back tire came on, it felt like it probably came 2 feet onto the pavement, and then it just started circling. And I think right over there.
So, is it these ones right here? Were you guys yesterday, or further down?
No, further down here. They're gonna ton of speed.
I mean, this is a pretty good lip right here.
It
So,
is, and maybe that.
Maybe the lip caught you?
Well, no, I guess it's not. It looks more than it is. It's not
When I'm down, and like I said, I'm saying I'm probably to about, here.
A CV boot.
And then just.
You guys missing a CV boot?
It might be one of ours. So you were still in the grass, right?
You know what? I'm taking this with me. Or maybe not, because here's something to look at. Because remember I told you it felt like something broke.
You're right. Take it. Oh no. We'll try to. We'll look at it and see if it's missing a boot.
You know where the broken boot's at if it's missing.
Yeah.
Right. And like I said, and then when I came back on the track here, and as soon as the left rear tire got on the track, I felt like I went about 2 feet, and just started to do a couple of violent spins.
Is it the middle? Because there's some skid marks over further down. Could it be that far down? I'm just looking for fresh in the grass over here.
Yeah, well, it looks like there's fresh dirt there and fresh dirt down there.
You know what? I think I probably was that far down, to be honest with you.
Well, I see some
Because I
skid
thought
marks down
I
there,
thought I
too.
had everything halfway safe. So I think it probably was.
So-
Because I remember the ambulance. I think I actually was a dotted line. Walking with the ambulance.
So, I mean, over here, like if you came back over here, this has a much bigger lip right here.
Yeah, it very well could have been.
So like if it's the fresh skid marks right there,
I'm sure that's what it was. I'm sure that's it.
so that's coming from this area where it has the biggest lip.
You can actually see. Well, you can see almost in the look in the grass. See it's kind of coming straight in.
Right there, you see those tires right there.
See those tires coming straight in. So like I said, I was, you know,
I mean,
at about probably 140 miles an hour in a Honda CRX. I mean, you're.
Right here, some tire tracks.
does that one come back on right here? Like right in this area?
Yep. Well, and then shoot across that way, maybe, yeah.
Oh, well, in the rain when I saw here, I think those are my
That
marks.
could be it.
Yeah.
May not be, but that's about where I stopped.
On the left side?
Yeah, on the inside of the track. Those are pretty fresh looking marks,
Yeah.
but that's about where I stopped.
Yeah, I mean, for me it looks like these ones are pretty fresh.
Yeah, those are definitely fresh.
So my friend, one of my friends in years past that used to race a BMW like my old one, he got the opportunity to drive a CRX, like a competitive CRX with our BMWs, and like the first 5 or 6 laps he spun the car, just every lap, every turn, like spun the car because the short wheelbase. He wasn't used to a short wheelbase car and how it wants to go sideways and how to correct it.
Right.
Because he's used to a longer wheelbase E30
Rear wheel drive.
rear wheel drive, and he would just like turn in and the CRX would just spin around on him too fast because he's used to a longer wheelbase, a little bit heavier car, so it responds slower.
Sure.
Maybe there's red paint on the dirt.
Problem. You can either find red paint or orange tape. You watch. Look at.
Well, I mean there's orange like in the dirt right there.
Red paint right there.
Red paint.
I bet that's 91 CRX color red paint.
That's a resting spot, huh?
That's a resting spot.
Here we go.
Oh, you know what? There
CRX
it is.
tail light right there.
Yep, that's it. Oh, and
And there's more paint.
there's more debris up here.
Donna, that's a resting spot. Yeah, I told you.
Garrett, I think,
I better keep and sign
Yeah.
this one.
it's conclusive.
Yeah. The CSI guys tested positive.
Mondo. Hey, here's the trim.
Door trim.
You want to keep the door trim?
Oh yeah, dude.
That's unattainable.
Well, I was gonna say, find that little triangle piece off the front fender, because those are a bitch to mine. Oh yeah, dude. There's. Oh wait,
There it is.
here's the C. We just gotta find the R and the X. Oh my god.
The things you find.
What's up above your head?
Oh yeah, dude, we're working. Here's turn signal. Oh no, that's the tape that was on the rear tail light. That's part of the rear tail light up there.
Wow.
So after spinning across the track, it looks like you also spun along the wall, or the
It does kind of
bank.
appear that way, doesn't it? That's the molding, I think, that pulls this on.
Yikes.
Wow. Super lucky, man.
Oh,
Yeah, look, there's more parts out here.
yeah.
paint. Yeah. Honestly, and that's the resting place.
The death of the car.
Back to the blend line on pit out.
Yes.
Hey, look.
Sorry, we got sidetracked.
20 feet or so, 25 feet to get to the wall.
So how strict is Lucky Dog using the blend line?
They said don't cross it. I don't know if they black flagged anybody for it or not, but
So coming out and on track?
yeah. You know, matter of fact, yeah, somebody did get a black flag for blend line violation.
When they entered the track,
I think so,
or because there have been some times where I would cross the blend line while I'm on a hot lap.
Yeah.
So sometimes people don't like that. Sometimes people do.
Okay. So what's your preferred line through here?
As fast as possible.
Out or in or whatever the car likes.
Usually it's more of like almost like I'm diamonding it.
Okay.
So I enter in a little fast and a little shallow. So I enter basically shallow, like I'm early apexing.
Yeah.
And because I'm going a little straighter, I can then slow down more than I need to actually turn.
Yeah.
And then about when I lose the extra camber in the banking,
Right.
where it levels out a little bit, that's where I'm looking to then apex the exit of the turn.
Okay. Now this is interesting, you know, walking it. I don't realize that there's this much banking in this.
Oh yeah.
Right here. When you're in the car, I
Right.
don't think of it too much, but now that I'm walking it, there's a good little grade right here.
Oh yeah. That even driving slowly, you're like, oh, there's a little bit there.
Yeah.
But when you actually walk on the track, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
that,
So, now, do you drive the same line with in a rear wheel and front wheel, or does it? It just depends on what the car likes.
so I've personally never driven a CRX, so it's a short wheelbase
Okay.
front wheel drive car. So the how quickly it steps out, I haven't experienced, and I know that it does.
Yeah.
The front wheel drive cars that I have done, they have been in a way where, as I enter the car, like I basically stand on this nose to get the car to rotate,
Yep.
and I use the throttle to save the car. And then if it understeers a little bit, that's where I breathe out of the throttle to get it to start rotating again, and it's one of those things.
Yeah.
So I would be trying to get the last rotation, you know, in this ballpark where the extra runoff for the drag strip's at.
Right.
This is where I would try to get the extra rotation to then be able to go back to full throttle
Yeah.
for the rest of the turn.
Gotcha. Yeah. I never realized that this was this banked through here. I just like the bottom feed all the way through here. With the front wheel drive car, it
So
seems to work really well. all
do
the way
you see the bump there though?
through. Yep.
If you are a few feet offline, there's no bump.
I'm already mashed in the gas right here anyway, so.
Well, I mean, if
Yes,
if
it
if,
would-
if the bump upset your car,
Yeah, it didn't.
then you'd want to be like 2 feet off.
Yeah, but I do see that right there.
So like,
I just never, I didn't,
Also a big fucking.
Uh,
I was just gonna say, look at this
I didn't,
gator here.
For the drag racing, for the catch fence.
I didn't. I guess I just didn't. It never bothered the car, I guess. Or maybe I would. Maybe I was thinking I was closer to the white line, and maybe I was actually off.
Maybe, because 2 feet off the white line, there's almost no bump.
Yeah.
I was going to say maybe it is about that far off because I know that I try to ride the line right around here as it, you let it drift to the rumble strips on the outside.
As you can,
Don't want to fall on that, no?
yeah, don't want to fall, drop a tire off on the inside.
Nope.
Try to do like a gutter run from anime TV shows. It's one of my go-karting nicknames is Takumi, the driver from Initial D. I think it's because I have a really monotone personality, so I don't ever get super excited. It's the same level of excitement the whole time. Looks like we're getting some fog or maybe steam from the trees as it's starting to warm up. So have any of you guys walked the track before?
Nope. I can walk it. No.
Not this one.
So you'll be surprised on how steep this section is, like walking down,
Oh, okay.
and then how much banking 3A has.
Okay.
Like you'd be like, holy cow, I would never have thought it was that steep.
Okay. So do you let her sail out and
Well-
across
well,
the,
Because of like how early I'm trying to apex the
Yeah,
second
you don't know.
apex. Well, I try because I'm diamonding, so I have 2 apexes.
yeah.
I'm trying to early apex as much as possible because for me in my head that's fast. So I'm usually right here, almost hitting my tire on the beginning of the curbing,
Okay.
which you don't want to do because that'll bend a wheel.
Yeah, right there.
So I'm usually on the early side, right on the curbing.
All right. And you just kind of put them on there because they're not aggressive.
Yeah.
And then,
I mean, I don't purposely try to hit them every lap,
yeah.
but if I go on them, I'm like, it's not a big deal.
It's not that we're okay.
Just stay the course on the outside of the track.
Yeah.
Don't try to fight it really quickly because then you end up,